Have you ever had a plan that you wanted to execute in your life, and it's like you begin to tell people about what you was going to do or what you had planned, and boom, all of a sudden that opportunity disappeared? Speaking less and listening more is number one on my list. Now, these things are in no particular order. It's just 34 lessons that I've learned in my 34 years. Number one, speak less, listen more. You could gain so much more knowledge by actually listening to what other people have to say. And you can stop yourself from being hindered from moving forward in a project or idea that you're working on by speaking on it too soon. Number two, it is so important to celebrate yourself in every single season of your life. Okay, whether you're doing something big or you're doing something on a smaller scale, something that someone may quote unquote call minuscule, very small. Celebrate yourself at every single stage. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to believe in yourself and know that you deserve to be celebrated. Number three, show yourself grace. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, I really had to learn this because a lot of the times we could be extremely hard on ourselves, right? We could extend grace to other people, but it's like when it comes to us, everything has to be a certain way, or if you didn't do X, Y, Z, you're being hard on yourself. No. Show yourself grace. Simple as that. Show yourself grace. Number four, embrace the word no. It's okay to say no to yourself, to other people. You have to learn how not to put yourself in situations that is going to cause resentment or to cause you to feel a certain type of way because you're overextending yourself. You get what I'm saying? So if you're in a situation where you feel quote unquote pressure to say yes to something you really don't want to do, choose you and say no. I'm busy today. No, I can't do it. Or simply, no, I cannot do it. Okay? So, I believe we're on number five. Now, number five really hits home, and this is something I truly had to learn. Success looks different for every single person, right? It looks different across the board for everybody. Success is relative to what you determine success is for your life. However, I've come to realize that success is not always equated to quote unquote material things. You have to get beyond thinking that I'm successful because I generated all this money, or I'm successful because I have all these nice things, which it is nice to have nice things. It's nice also to have a very lucrative career or venture that you're partaking in. However, success does not equate to materialistic things. It's more so of an inner thing, because what do you believe success looks like for your life? You could be successful by setting a goal and actually accomplishing that goal. So yeah, success does not equate to material things. Number six, stop dimming your light. You were born to shine. You were born to do amazing things, and everybody is not going to be happy for that. But I've truly learned that you cannot dim down who you are to make other people feel comfortable, because then you're cheating yourself ultimately. Don't ever dim your light, baby. Tell them to put on some shades, because you're going to shine. Number seven, self-development is a continuous effort. You're gonna continually to develop. You're gonna continue to grow. You're never gonna stay the same. Every single season of your life is gonna present a different version of yourself, because you're learning new things, you're experiencing different things, and it's okay to change. That doesn't mean you're being fake. That doesn't mean that you don't quote unquote know who you are. You're just developing and becoming your true authentic self, and that's gonna look different in every single season of your life. So self-development is a continuous journey that you're going to continue to go through as you live, grow, learn, prosper, evolve, all of the things. If you're new over here on my YouTube, you know that I've said before that I was addicted to caffeine. Give me a colada every morning. That's a really strong Cuban coffee. It's really small, but it's extremely strong. Think about a double espresso times 10. And I was drinking one of these a day. So I've learned that starting my day with lemon water, I've recognized that starting my day simply with lemon water really boosts my mood. It helps me throughout the day with the energy. And I love that for me, right? Number 9, meet yourself exactly where you are with love, with who you are today. Say for instance, you have a weight loss goal, or you have a financial goal, or a parenting goal, a relationship goal, whatever it is. This goes back to giving yourself grace. Meet yourself right where you are today with love and embrace who you are today. Although you're working towards a change, it's important to accept you as you are now and meet yourself with love. And number 10 is emotional intelligence. Do not, I repeat, do not allow people to have power over your emotions. And which, let me tell you, I really had to pray and ask God to please remove anger from me, because the smallest thing was triggering to me, and I really had to get out of that because it's not really who I am, and I found myself getting irritated and annoyed like at the drop of a dime. And I was like, wait a minute, it's time to practice emotional intelligence and really get a grip on my emotions and the way that I respond to people and the way that I react to people. And not necessarily for the other person, but for me. I know it doesn't make me feel good to, move that way or feel that way. So I really had to grasp hold of emotional intelligence. That was a big one for me, and God is still working on me. But emotional intelligence is definitely a lesson I learned, that you have to have control over your emotions in life. No matter what the situation is, no matter who you're dealing with at work, in your personal life, you need emotional intelligence. I'm telling you, it's top tier, okay? Number 11, your childhood does not define you. What you was born into, what you was birthed into, however you want to put it. Okay, that does not define you. You could curate yourself exactly how you desire to be. As you learn, as you grow, as you flourish, you begin to understand and recognize who you are, and realize that what you come from or what you was birthed into, that does not define you. That's just a part of your story. And that's another hard lesson that was hard for me to learn, but it's true. You are not where you come from. You are whoever you say you are. So do not allow your childhood, your upbringing, to define who you are as an individual, as a person, right? Number 12, believing in God's ability to change your life. This is a game changer. You actually have to believe that it's possible for your life to change. So a life lesson that I worked on, number 12, was really reconstructing my belief system and recognizing that God is capable and possible of doing anything. There's nothing that he cannot do. And you just have to put it over in his hands. Now, granted, faith without work is dead. However, believing in God, trusting in God, that's life-changing, and that's top tier. I know I keep saying top tier, but this stuff is really stuff I had to learn, right? Number 13, early morning walks. Early morning walks can bring you clarity. It can help with your mood. It can help with your energy as well. And it just allows you to get clear on the direction of your life. Everything is still and quiet. It's not a lot of commotion going on super early, right before sunrise. I usually like to go 5 a.m. and take a walk, no music, No noise, just me, my thoughts, and God, and walking to gain clarity. And it's such a peaceful and beautiful experience, and I recognize that that really helps me throughout my day, right? Going for an early morning walk, starting my day being productive, stretching my body, moving around. Thank me later. Number 14, taking the time to get clear on who you are. Identifying who you are as a person is important. What are your triggers? What are your likes, your dislikes? Get clear on who you are. It will make life so much more easier. Now, I know I'm chewing on this gum like it's my last meal, but that's my business. Okay? Number 15, we're making our way through this list quite quickly, right? So number 15 is live your life. Now, I know that may sound cliche. However, live your life. Don't just exist. Actually live. If there's a new restaurant you want to try out, don't just say, oh, I would like to go here. Actually make plans, make the reservation, pick you out a cute outfit, and actually go experience this beautiful restaurant. Immerse yourself in the life that you desire to live. Don't just think about it. Actually immerse yourself into it. So I really had to learn to not just exist and go through the daily motions of doing the things that you're quote unquote supposed to do, but to actually live your life and do the things that you want to do as well, right? That's important. As we know, life be lifing. So number 16 is combat those negative thoughts with the promises of God, the things that God says about you, because we can get in situations to where we want to be productive and we want to do things. However, life get in the way. Sometimes you could get sad or discouraged, but I want to remind you that when things get a bit hectic, just remember what God says about you. This is definitely a life lesson I had to learn. And some examples in the word, it says, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am more precious than rubies. My life path is peaceful. Remember the promises of what God has said about you, and it will help you get through those difficult times where you feel discouraged or you want to give up. Definitely a life lesson that I learned and am still learning, because life is a continuous journey of growth. So, number 17, read you a new book, right? Go to a bookstore, Barnes and Nobles, browse through the books, whatever you're interested in, self-development, health and nutrition, or just poetry. Pick you up a new book and read it, because when you read books, it grants you access to new perspectives, fresh perspectives, right? It allows you to think outside of your normal thinking pattern, and that is how you expand your mind. Pick up and read a book and actually enjoy it. Cut the noise off around you. No music, no headphones, no TV in the background, just you, a book, some quietness, some stillness, and actually read. They say reading is fundamental, but a life lesson that I've learned is that it's important to still read. Although not in school, although I'm not reading instructions to put something together, exercise your brain muscles by actually reading a delightful book, right? Okay, I am literally completely lost by which number we are on right now, but we're gonna keep it moving, right? The next life lesson that I have learned is that it's important to become a student of yourself. Now, I know I kind of touched on this earlier with a different life lesson. However, this one is unique and it stands alone. Become a student of yourself. Find out the things that makes you happy, the things that grant you peace when you had a stressful day outside of substances, right? What naturally makes you happy? What is something that triggers you to make you sad? You need to know about yourself. You need to study yourself so that when these things arise, and this goes back to emotional intelligence, you're able to handle the situation in a way that is productive for you. right? So that's that. The next one, the next life lesson that I've learned getting tongue-tied is become an experience. What do I mean by that? When you engage with someone, or you're introduced to someone new, or you're out at a conference and you're meeting new people, you want to be rememberable, right? So you want to hit at least of the four senses, because taste is different. You don't want nobody mouth on you. Anyway, that's kind of to the left, but let me focus. You want to become an experience, right? So you want to intrigue somebody's sight, you want to intrigue somebody's smell, you want to intrigue, somebody listening, and even touch, because sometimes when you embrace, you shake a hand, make sure your hands are soft. When you hug, and whatever. So you want to smell good, you want to look good, right? You want to sound good. You want to make sure that you're delivering your speech in the best way possible. You want to be an all-around experience when you encounter people, not just new people, but people in your walk in life as well. They'll see the growth, but become an experience. That's definitely a life lesson that I've learned. Ladies, put on some perfume, moisturize your skin, Next life lesson that I've learned is being punctual. Time management is so important. It's so important to be on time. It shows your character. It shows, that you can be trusted. It shows that you are responsible and you respect people's time. And not only do you respect people's time, you respect your time, because you are exactly where you say you are. Or hold on, slow down. You show up right when you say that you would, and that means something. That matters. Time management is vital. The next life lesson that I've learned in my 34 years is that if you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. Be a woman of your word. Everybody is not a person of their word. However, you set the tone for your life. So you be a person of your word. And this is something I'm learning. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. Because what's the point of saying I'm gonna do it if I know I'm not? Tamisa, be a woman of your word now. Be a woman of your word. Another life lesson that I've learned is being intentional is super important when you start your day or before you go to bed. Set your intentions for your life. What are you expecting from yourself? Set intentions. It really helps as a guide through your day as well. It makes things a bit simpler, like simplicity. Yeah, being intentional is something I really had to learn, because it was mundane. It was constantly going through the same cycle over and over again until I was like, wait a minute, no, we need a change, we need a shift. So being intentional has definitely helped me out in my life's journey. The thing that I've learned is you have to immerse yourself in the life that you desire. If you're trying to move into a new direction and you don't necessarily have access to it quite yet, you have to put yourself in these environments so that you can actually feel like, what would it feel like to be in this type of lifestyle? What would it feel like to actually live the life I believe I want? So immerse yourself in opportunities, immerse yourself in environments that feeds, that desire of living the type of way that you ultimately desire to live. So I really had to learn to immerse myself in new situations and to not be afraid and to actually put myself out there. So for sure, that was a life lesson that I had to learn and that I'm still going through the process of learning. Right? The next life lesson that I've learned in my 34 years is that you have to give out the energy that you want to receive. Now, granted, everybody is not gonna do the things you do or say the things you say. Whatever. We're all different. We're all unique. We know that. However, if you want to attract genuine, kind, loving people into your life, you have to project that. You have to be what you want to attract, right? Like they say, you are what you eat. If you eat apples every day and vegetables every day, your body is going to be healthier. You're going to have more nutrients, right? What are you feeding your environment? What type of energy are you pouring out into your environment? Is it love? Is it peace? Is it harmony? Is it togetherness? Is it generosity? Whatever it is that you continuously pour out from yourself around you is what you're going to attract back. Now, granted, it's not going to come from everybody, but for the most part, you will attract what you are. Another life lesson that I've learned is self-acceptance. You have to accept who you are, right? Accept that you're short, accept that you're tall, accept that your fingers are short. I don't know. Accept who you are, exactly who you are, and know that you're created that way purposely. You was purposeless. Why am I getting so tired? You was purposely. We're gonna leave that word alone. You were created exactly how God wanted to design you. Accept who you are. And continue to add on to yourself through self-development, through your imaging, through how you carry yourself, right? You can't change how you was created, but you can create how you present yourself. So accept who you are, right where you are today, right? Get out of the headspace of thinking that you're too old, right? Yesterday was my 34th birthday, and some people say by 30, you're supposed to have X, Y, Z, but that's not true for everybody. So definitely get out of your head, Tamisa. Get out of your head. You're not too old. You're right on time. It's not too late for you. Everything will pan out. All of our life journeys are different, and we do things at different times, right? Do not beat yourself up. Know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And listen, you're not too old. If you're still breathing, I don't care if you're 35, 95, 105. If you're still here, you're still breathing, you still have purpose, you still have a change, you still have a chance to make a change. So you're never too old, okay? The next life lesson, let's see, it's so many of them. The next life lesson, take time to reflect on your day, on your week, on your month. Really take time to connect with yourself. Journal, write down how you're feeling, write down your plans, your goals, and really reflect on who you are right now. How did your day go? How did you feel throughout the day? Did anybody make you smile? Did anything make you sad? Like, really reflect on your day, and this will help you to identify things that trigger you, or help you identify things that make you happy, or things that bring you peace when you have stress. So really take time to reflect and to sit with yourself. Next life lesson that I've learned is, if you don't use it, you will lose it. So to me, when I think about that, stretching comes to mind. Listen, ladies, stretch. You need to be stretching daily, okay? You need to be stretching your body daily. Stretching, yes, stretching. I'm trying to get nothing to pop out, but stretch your legs, stretch your arms, and really get your body moving, right? I believe we down there 28, 29. Set a standard for your life. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. So you have to show up in your true self and present the same way that you want people to treat you, because how you present yourself is what you're going to pull in. So set a standard for your life and stick to it. Don't bend on it. Your standard is a non-negotiable. So if you say that I am going to live my life XYZ and this is what I'm going to accept to come into my life, stick to your word. Don't bend, don't fold for nobody. Set that standard and stick to it. And not only expect other people to follow that standard, you follow that standard for yourself. So if you say you're going to do something, do it. Down the list, you guys, I believe we're like on 30, 31. So the next life lesson that I have learned is that you are enough. You always have been, and you always will be. You are enough. And we're gonna leave that right there. Number 32, stop expecting perfection from others and from yourself, because we're not perfect. We're human. We're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna make mistakes. I really had to learn that looking for perfection from other people is unfair to that person and to myself, because I know I'm not perfect. So why put that on somebody else, right? Don't have your mindset on perfection, because it's a false illusion that does not exist. Number 33. Whew. We done made it all the way down here, you guys. Life lesson number 33 is know your limits. No matter what you're doing in life, what you're going through, know your limits. Let me give an example. Like if you're out and you're having a drink, if you know 2 drinks is too much for you, don't do it. Have 1 glass of wine or have 1 drink, but know your limits in every area of your life. Know what you're willing to accept. Know what's uncomfortable for you. Know when no has to be said. Just know your limits. And number 34, we made it to the very end of the list. If you have made it this far in the video, because I know I've been running my mouth nonstop, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you as a part of the family. I post inspirational videos all the time over here on my channel. This channel is about building, encouraging, and loving on one another, building community where we can all grow, learn, and flourish together. The new podcast will be dropping soon. I cannot wait to tell you guys the name of it. I've been working on it for a while. But now that we jump down that rabbit hole, let's get into number 34, which is if you have an idea, if you have an opportunity that's presented to you, something that will be life-changing, something that will immerse you into just something new and fresh, do it. Just do it. Do not overthink it. Do not second guess it. Do not say, well, how is this happening for me? Is this real? Listen. If the opportunity presents itself, if you are in alignment and gain an opportunity, if you have an idea, do it. Just start. Just do it, because you have no idea which direction that idea or that opportunity is going to push you into. And remember that you are deserving. You are beautiful. You're amazing. So I hope that these 34 life lessons that I have learned in my 34 years has helped someone. If you have learned any of these lessons that I mentioned earlier or the last one, leave a comment down in the comment box below and let me know which one of these life lessons resonates with you. And until next time, my loves, I'll see you guys next time. Life lessons with you guys so that we can all learn, grow, and flourish together. Listen. If you have not already joined the Know Who You Are family, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button down below. Listen, do I have a